Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English. This is Mukesh Soni. Friends, in this video we shall have a discussion of the important question or the important element of English grammar, that is the question forms. So in this video we are learning here three important types of questions or the question form. One is a yes or no question or WH question and the question tags. All the three forms of questions are very important. They are not only important for the academics as well as they are very much important for the competitive examination. So let's learn yes or no question very first. So yes or no question, whenever you are framing the yes or no question, you need to begin the question with the auxiliary verb. Then there should be subject, there should be main verb and the remaining information. Before that, you should know which are the helping verbs do we have. We have 24 helping verbs like is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, 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 ought, ought, used to. So we have 24 helping verbs, and to form yes or no questions, we should frame the question with the helping verb should be very first. Secondly, if you look at this question, do you work at Infosys? So what is the expected answer? So when you are framing a question with the help of those auxiliary verbs, helping verbs, your answer will be expected either in yes or no. So I'll say no, I don't work at Infosys. Somebody will say yes, I work at Infosys, or somebody will say yes or no. So they won't give any extra information because we are not asking here WH questions. So let's understand this yes or no questions with the help of the few sentences. Question number one. It is windy today. It's windy today. So in this sentence, we have a helping verb here, is. So your question, yes or no question will be, is it windy today? Then she said. So in this sentence, we have a question, we have an helping verb, is she sad? So it's very much visible when the helping verb is given in the sentence. It's very easy to form yes or no question. The boat is sinking. Is the boat sinking? So helping verb should come first, then the subject, then the main verb, and the remaining information. Then Mahesh works at Infosys. Now see here the difficulty level. In this sentence, you don't find any helping verb very clearly. It's not much visible, but there is an helping verb. So in the present simple present tense or in the subject verb agreement, we have learned in our previous videos where we have seen here the subject agrees with the work with the verb. So subject is singular. So we have an extra s or es with the main verb in case of simple present tense. When there's extra s or es, that means to say there's a hidden helping verb, that is does. Here does is the hidden helping verb, so we'll say, does Mahesh work at Infosys? So how to identify when the main verb is associated with the extra s or es? You need to understand there's a helping verb, does is here. So when you frame yes or no question with the help of does, you need to remove extra s or es in the main verb. So we won't say here, does Mahesh works at Infosys? It's wrong. We'll say here, does Mahesh work at Infosys? Why we have removed extra s from here? Because we already have an extra s or es in the do form. So there are three do forms: do, does, did. In the present tense, do or does. So when we use does here, when the subject is singular. So to understand more in detail, you can watch my videos on tenses and the subject verb agreement. They pay tax in time. So which is the main verb here? Pay. Pay is the main verb and the subject is plural. So subject verb agreement says here, when the plural subject is here, no need to put here extra s or es in the simple present tense. So which is the hidden helping verb here? Do is the hidden helping verb. Do they pay tax in time? So you have seen here, previous one works, does is hidden, extra s or es, simple present tense. Do is the hidden helping verb here. This is how we say here, do they pay tax in time? Then question number 6. Jayant has bought a Jayant has bought a notebook. So helping verb is very much visible. Just copy the helping verb has, then you write the subject Jayant, then followed by the main verb bought a notebook. Then Rajesh was a carpenter. Was Rajesh a carpenter? Then teacher gave us homework. Now we are coming to the past tense. This sentence is in the past tense. How to identify? Gave is the past tense of the main verb give. So now you don't find here which is the helping verb. Again, remember there are three do forms: do, does, did. So we cannot put here do or does because it's in the past tense. So which is left now? Did. So how to identify did? When the main verb is in the simple past tense, second form or simple past tense. So we'll start here. Did the teacher give us homework? Don't write gave us homework. It will be double past. So you need to convert this help past tense action word or the main verb into the present tense. Did subject the teacher, gave will become here give, reverse method. You need to go. Then did the teacher give us homework? So this is a very important question or the important type of yes or no question. Then industries were the symbol of development. So obviously we have helping verb were we have. So were the industries the symbol of development? Then Nita and Thomas play the violin. So here, Nita and Thomas, they are plural, two subjects. So obviously we can't use here S or ES. So which helping verb is hidden here in such case? Do. Do helping verb is hidden here. Do Nita and Thomas play the violin? Why do? Because this sentence is in the simple present tense. It's not written here any ed or en. It's just play, not played. So if it's a played here, we'll write did. If it's plays here, we'll write here does. So this simple technique you need to understand. So do Nita and Thomas play the violin? So like this you need to write here, like this you can practice yes or no question, and you just mention the helping verb very first, followed by the subject, then the main verb, and the rest of the information. Now we are moving to the second type of question, that is called WH question. So we have 6 or 7 types of WH questions: what, which, where, who, when, why, how many, how often. See, in yes or no question, answer is expected only in yes or no if you are starting the question with a helping verb. But in the case of in the case of WH questions, we require the specific answer. We require specific answer. So let's understand which WH question, what does it expect. For example, the WH question, WH word what, which, its purpose is here, it's asking about something. For example, which dog is yours? Where, it's asking about some location. Example, where do you live? Who, it's asking about the people, like who is your best friend? When, it's asking about time, when is a party? Why, it's asking the reason, why are you late? How, it's asking about the way the things happen. How did you do this work? For example, how do you make a cake? How many, it's asking about the number. How much, it's asking about the quantity. How often, it's asking about the number of times. So how many children does she have? So like this, we need to understand the objective or the purpose of each WH word. So now in the forthcoming, for example, this is the structure we have here: WH question plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb, object, and the other information. Let's see the example. See here, WH word: where is Nita playing? Don't say where Nita is playing. This is what the many students do this mistake. Where you are going? Many people say where you are going. It's wrong. Soon after the WH word, you should use the helping verb. Where are you going? Where are you going? Not where you are going. It's wrong. So where is Nita playing? Not where Nita is playing. It's wrong. Who is playing basketball in the park? So who, then we have after who we have the helping verb is, then main verb, and the remaining information. And don't forget to mention the question mark if you're writing. Where will the city government build a new parking lot? So where will, see, Where the city government will build, it's wrong. Where will the city government build a new parking lot? So this is a common error. Many students and many speaker they do it while speaking or while writing the WH questions. So soon after the WH word, there should be the specified or the required helping verbs should be there. You can see here is, will. It's appearing soon after the WH word. So now let's understand how to frame the WH word with the help of the answers. So we have a question. So how we are going to understand? We will, here you will find the sentences where one part of the sentence will be underlined, and to get that part underlined word or the phrase, will frame the WH question. Shashi Rekha spends the weekend with her family. So I want to get the answer of Shashi Rekha here. So what should I say? Who spends the weekends with her family? So I want to know this answer. We are practicing in the reverse method here. We want to get the underlined word as an answer. So we need to frame WS question. This is how it appears many times in the examination. So Shashi Rekha, it here refers to a person. So person, we use here who spends the weekends with her family. Then man has failed to understand the nature and her ways. So which phrase is underlined here? The nature and phrase. So man has failed to understand what? Man has failed to understand the nature and her ways. Now, to get this underlined phrase as a answer, we have to frame a question. We will say, what has man failed to understand? See here, after what we have to use here the auxiliary verb or the helping verb. Don't say what man has failed. What has man failed? Question mark. Don't forget the punctuation. Question mark. Then the commission was appointed to look into the matter. So it's very simple. Why this commission was is appointed? To look into the matter. So what should be the question? Why was the commission? Why was the commission? Why was the commission appointed? Why was the commission appointed? So the commission was appointed to look into the matter. So to find this underlined word as an answer, we'll frame the question, why was the commission appointed? Now, there were 5 members in the commission. So underlined word is a number. Underlined word is a number. So always we have number. So when we say talk about number, we have only one word in the mind. How many? So how many members were in the commission? How many members were in the commission? There were 5 members. So how many members were in the commission? The big city was situated in the valley of a mountain. So what is the valley of the mountain? It's a place. It's a place. So generally when you talk about the place, we always have a WH word called where. Where. So we'll say, where was the big city situated? Where was the big city situated? So the big city was situated in the valley of a mountain. Then Udyan Express leaves Bangalore at 8 p.m. for Mumbai. So it's mentioning about time. What time? So we'll say, at what time does Udyan Express leave for Mumbai? Why does here? Remember, leaves. It's not left. If you say left, we'll say did. At what time did? So leaves means to say does. So when you use does here, in the main verb should be without s or es. So at what time does Udyan Express leave for Mumbai? That is the question. Then he goes to college by bus. So by bus, he he goes to, he goes to college by bus. So here it's a mode of it's a mode of transportation. So we'll use a WH word is here. We'll use WH word. How? What kind of source? So we'll say, how does he go to college? How does he go to college? Answer should be, he goes to college by bus. So now again, remember why it is does, because of GOES, goes. So you need to identify here. There is no direct helping verb. You need to, because without helping verb, you can't frame the question. Always remember, Helping verbs are very important. So I'll be making one more video on the helping verb. Helping verbs are very important to frame a sentence. Plus, especially helping verb plays important role in framing the questions. Without helping verb, you can't frame the question. So we need to identify helping verb here with the help of the main verb. Goes, that means to say simple present tense. So extra s or es, go plus es, that means does. That means does. How does he go to college? Then Sonu Nigam was invited for the concert. So obviously we are talking about a person. Sonu Nigam spelling may be wrong. It should be Nigum. Please correct it. So who was invited? We are talking about who was invited for the concert? Question mark. Then she has 5 children. So again, number how many? How many children does she have? How many children does she have? Then Suhani is a teacher. Suhani is a teacher. So it's a profession of Suhani. So obviously we'll say who is Suhani? Who is Suhani or what is Suhani? We can also use the word what is Suhani. Suhani is a teacher. Who is Suhani is also correct answer. So this is how we can practice to prepare or to form the WH question. Only one thing we need to remember: whichever the WH word you are applying, having seen the context, the next to WH word there should be auxiliary verb, there should be helping verb, and you should learn all the helping verbs. I remember, I repeat here, you have 24 helping verbs: is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, ought, used to. So now let's move to the third form of the question, that is a question tag. Very, very important, especially for the competitive examination, and many students they do the mistake here. First of all, let's understand what is the meaning of question tag. Question tag is generally asked to check or confirm that you have understood something correctly. So what is the structure? We need to copy the same sentence and the opposite form of the same verb, then subject pronoun. Let's understand with the help of this question. John is a singer. So I want to form a question tag. I'll copy. John is a singer. Now in this sentence, affirmative sentence, which is a helping verb is, I'll write is here. Now there is a kind of agreement is here. There's a condition here. If the sentence is in affirmative case or the positive without not, then the question should be in the negative form. Remember, they cannot be in the same form. John is a singer, it's a positive sentence, affirmative sentence, and question tag is here is in the negative. It cannot be same. So we'll use here the contracted form, the short form of not. Isn't he? So why he here? We won't say isn't John. We'll use the pronoun here. Whichever the noun is given, we'll follow the same pronoun. So John is a singer. John is a singer. We'll remove the full stop. We'll write here comma. Isn't he? So the contracted forms are used in the negative tags. So I repeat once again, if the sentence is positive, question tag is negative. If the sentence is negative, question tag will be positive. Now let's understand the contracted forms or the short forms. Am not will change into aren't, is not isn't, are not aren't, was not wasn't, were not weren't, will not won't, shall not shan't, cannot can't, could not couldn't, may not mayn't, might not mightn't, or maybe must not mustn't, has not hasn't, have not haven't, had not hadn't, do not don't, does not doesn't, did not didn't, ought not oughtn't, dare not daren't, need not needn't. Very rarely use the last three. So like this you need to change to negative by using those contracted form or the apostrophe s. Now let's learn with the help of the question with the help of the questions. So we have the first sentence. You need to convert this sentence into the question tag. The members had heard sufficient evidence. So look at this statement is here. Number one, this statement is written in the positive or in the affirmative case. That means to say the question text should be negative. Now, in this sentence, what is the helping verb? Had. So, had will become hadn't. Now, the members, they are in the plural. So, what is the pronoun for this plural? They. So the answer is here. We'll copy the sentence once again. See, this is how you need to write in the examination. Copy the full sentence. The members had heard sufficient evidence. Remove the full stop. Add here comma. Write hadn't they. I hope you understood. Let's move to the next question. The goddess stood before me. The goddess stood before me. Now, in this sentence, you are not getting any direct helping verb. As I told you earlier also, you have to look at when you are not getting any helping verb directly, you have to look at the main verb. Which is the main verb is here? Stood. Stood is in the which tense? Past tense. Stand, stood, stood. So when it is in the past tense, by default, there's one helping verb is hidden here, did, right? Did, did. Did is hidden here. So this sentence is in the past tense, or this sentence is the positive or the affirmative case. So your question tag should be negative. So did is the helping verb. So we'll say didn't she. Goddess, the pronoun for the goddess, she. So we'll copy the goddess stood before me, comma, didn't or didn't she. Some people say didn't, some people say didn't. So the right pronunciation is here didn't. So why didn't? Because of this helping, this main verb that's in the past tense. Didn't she? Now, I do not know what to do. I do not know what to do. So it's very easy. It's in the negative form. So obviously it's in the negative form, then the question text should be positive. So it's easy to identify. I do not know what to do. Copy do here. Do I? Do I? Question mark. The narrator doesn't know anything. So it's in the negative form. Question text should be in the positive form. Does he? The narrator doesn't know anything, comma. Does he? Now, we couldn't think of troubling you. We couldn't think of troubling you. So the which is the helping verb? Could. It's in the negative form, couldn't. So the question text should be in the positive form. So it will be could we. Copy the sentence. We couldn't think of troubling you. So the answer is here, could we. Now why we have written here could we? Because the sentence is in the negative form and question tag should be positive. So both should not be same. Remember, both should not be same. If the sentence is in the negative, question tag positive. Sentence positive, question tag negative. Now, I'm her child. I I am her child. So whenever it is here I am, it will convert into aren't. Remember, you cannot write amn't I. No, it's wrong. Whenever you have I am, it will convert into aren't I. So aren't I? Why aren't I? Why it's a negative? Because it's in the positive. I am will be converted into the aren't I. Remember this form. It always appears in the main examination or in many competitive examinations, especially. Then she will never curse her children. She will never curse her children. Why we are not written here won't she? Because the expression never is itself in the negative form. See here, it's not written here she will not curse her children. It's written she will never curse her children. So never means to say never. Never means to say zero. That's a negative. It's an indirect negative. So obviously the question tag will be positive. Many students they write will not she. It's wrong because the sentence itself says that she will never curse her children. That means to say it's a negative sentence. So the question tag should be positive. Will she? Then Padma works hard. Padma works hard. Now look at there is no helping verb here, so you have to look at the main verb works. As I mentioned, works means extra s or es means which helping verb is hidden here? Does. So what's the answer? Padma works hard. Doesn't she? Doesn't she? So does not she? Does not she will become doesn't she? Why? Positive sentence. negative question tag. Then let us begin the work. So whenever the sentence begin with the head word let us, so by default your question tag will be shall we. By default these are few exceptions you need to remember. Let us begin the work, shall we. So this rule will not apply here, positive or the negative, shall we. Now you broke the mirror, you broke the mirror. Broke. Broke is in which tense? Past tense. In past tense, which helping verb? There's no helping verb, first of all. There's no helping verb. The moment there's no helping verb in the sentence, our eyes should find out the main verb. And the main verb is here, broke. And broke is in the past tense. In the past tense, we have the helping verb, did. So, did will say, you broke the mirror. Sorry, you broke the mirror, didn't you? Why didn't you or didn't you? Because you broke the mirror is in the positive sorry, it's in the affirmative case, and the question tag will be in the negative. So didn't you. So this is how you need to identify the helping verb. If the helping verb is given already, it's very easy. Then you can easily mention, if the sentence is in the positive or the affirmative case, question tag will be negative. If the sentence is in negative, question tag will be in the positive. And remember the word never, the never indicates itself as a negative. Then then if the main verb is in the past tense like break, broke, so that you should use did as the helping verb. If it's with s or es, you should use here does. So friends, this is how I have tried to give you a glance of the question forms. We have discussed here three types of questions: yes or no questions by using helping verbs at the beginning of the question, then ws questions we have discussed, and the most important we have discussed here, question tag. So thank you so much for watching this video. Dear friends, thank you so much for watching this video. You can reach me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Please do subscribe the channel, click on the like button for more videos on literature, workbook, pronunciation, grammar, communication skills, presentation skills, interview skills. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Thank you once again.